2 right now, and here we go. Starting down here at the bottom left side of Deadwing LE, we have Evil Geniuses, EGHuK. Is the in-game sound a little low for you guys? You guys can't hear game sounds, is it? Wow, is it that low? Here, I'll pop them up, sorry. I don't know why I was... Oh, there we go. Huh, I guess when I relogged it turned them off. Okay, so relogged between actually these games when I relogged. Very interesting. Okay. Turn them on. Turn them on. Delay on stream, just to let you guys know. Alright, he's of course facing off against his opponent up at the top left side of Deadwing LE. We have AcerScarlett. Now EGHuK leading with a score of 1-0. Easy, relaxed chat. Sorry, I didn't realize it. You know, sometimes when you're in your own little world, in your own little casting bubble, you kind of forget about other things. Like in between the games, I relogged and I guess it returned off the sounds to my older settings. Because usually sometimes I just don't play with any sound. I'm just listening to music anyway, so I can't hear too much for the most part anyways. Nah, it's okay. I look at you guys, I'm like, just guys, stay patient. Stay patient for 3 minutes. You guys are like, yeah, that's not going to stop us for yelling at you for 3 more minutes. Fine, whatever. Have your way. Have your cake and eat it. See, Twitch chat, when I look at Twitch chat, you guys want your cake, eat it, and then you want presents, and then after you get your presents, you want to open them like a day early, and then you still want more. That's what Twitch chat is. You guys are spoiled. You guys are spoiled. Alright, EGHuK basically opening up the same way he did last game right now, going 1 gas, 2 on gas, and we should be seeing a very quick expansion coming out of him this game. Scarlett, meanwhile, grabbing the gas a little bit. Actually, not much sooner this time around. It's actually almost fairly standard. Just to be able to get that speed up. And you just saw right there, man. Just stuff like that when you go for a third hatch. And it's more of a Nimbus LE type of thing, I want to say, because something like that really is a lot tougher to pull off on this map. On Nimbus, you look between the main, you look between the natural, and then you look at the third base. There's a very large distance that you have to cover between your main base and your third base to get over there. You start walking off of creeps, so it really puts the queens up in vulnerable scenarios. If you don't have speed, the lings are not going to be very helpful. You guys got your game sounds. Don't worry, they're going to be coming out. I hope they're going to be... Hold on, just in case you guys start whining about this, I'm going to turn them up even a little bit more. Like that's... Not the ambience. There we go. We'll just kind of keep it like that. Fine, whatever. You guys are so picky. You guys are so picky. Alright. One thing I'm actually interested in, I didn't check out. I wonder how EGHuK did today in the MSI Beat It tournament. Because that was the thing today. That's why this thing has taken so long. I think we would have already finished about 2.5 hours to 3 hours ago, if not for the MSI Beat It tournament. Oh, look at EGHuK! Going for a very far wall off. Very interesting. Yeah, we probably would have finished a long time ago, but a lot of these players today playing in this Canadian Championship were also playing in the MSI Beat It tournament, so we'll see. And that's another thing too as well you have to account for. These players could be very fatigued right now at this point. They could be really fatigued. Alright, so gateway upgrade is finished up for EGHuK right now. I don't know if he wants to go for a forward aggression. He might again. Where's the probe? There's the probe. We'll see how where Scarlett is. Scarlett this time just preemptively. He's just going for everything quicker speed, everything in position. She already has a lot of lings out. Speed just about done. So this time around, Scarlett looking in a much better position than she was last game. EGHuK, of course, can also just take a third base off of this. He's already got the full wall. If you can't really penetrate this wall, or it's going to be a little bit hard to do so. Well, he doesn't actually have any cannons. Hold on, he's bringing everything back. I might have spoke a little bit too soon. Zealots will go down. Is there enough links to break through this? Like, he's got enough to, of course, gnaw down buildings, but force fields should prevent the links from actually breaking through itself. And with the help of the Mothership Core and the 4 sentries, yeah, okay, he's okay for now. He's dropping a pylon just in case on the back over here. Has to rebuild the pylon on the backside. Sounds are there, but very low. Are you kidding me? The sounds are still low? Dog, you guys are torturing me in this best of 3, man. Alright, hold on. Enable interface sounds, move sounds, game alerts. We'll take some of the ambience down. Okay. Hopefully this did it. Like, this is going to be the goofiest VOD to watch. Like, somebody's going to watch this VOD and is going to be like, what is this kid doing right now? Like, half the game he's working with the sound, see? That's what happens, man. You try to interact with Twitch chat. Alright, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut off the music. Alright. The things I do for Twitch chat, man. Alright, we're gonna cut that off. We're gonna see if this just works better, right? Like this. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. You guys are very demanding, but hopefully I can deliver. It's a big difference, you know, when you're casting to a few tens or, you know, low hundreds, but when you got a few hundred in here, you know, you gotta look at them pretty closely. Forward pylon gets sniped down by Scarlett. Mic is very loud, too loud. What? Not gonna enjoy. Oh yeah, much better. Okay. Now it's too loud. Turn the sounds down. I have no clue what's going on right now. See, this is the problem. Like, during the broadcast, I'm not supposed to be stream testing. Like, everything sounded fine and everything was fine until everybody started coming in here and started whining. You're kidding me! It got way too loud. Dog. Now talk about ear blowing. Now this is gonna blow you away now. Okay, so hopefully we'll turn it down to here and everything is gonna be just fine. All right, we'll find the medium. Caster volume is too loud. Now I gotta turn myself down as well. You guys are killing me, yo. This is an absolute destruction of just a broadcast. This is why you can't listen to Twitch chat, man. Alright, I'm gonna just, you know, focus on the stream. You guys are making me miss a majority of the game. Okay. So, to those that are watching, to kind of catch you guys up, a little bit of a gateway aggression was planned out by EGHuK, but Scarlett pre-prepared, had everything pretty much set in position. Scarlett, she's going to be heading with, looks like, the Root of Swarm Host, getting the +1 upgrades about done, as well as the Locust Life upgrade. Cannon finishes up right now. We see the third base finally for EGHuK just about done as well. I feel like EGHuK could have taken the third base a little bit sooner, though, in this game. Could have taken it a little bit sooner. Robotics Bay 1 and 2 are underway, and this is actually one of the best reactions to potential Swarm Hosts I've seen. Partially due to the fact that he doesn't have a robo already prepared, or he would already have a Robotics Bay built, but the fact of the matter is, he's going to need to put that Robotics Bay down right away. Once he puts the Robotics Bay down right away, he's going to be able to double produce Colossus, and that's very important to have Colossus actually out on the map. You're going to need of about 5 to 6 Colossus with at least +2 upgrades, in which the upgrade, attack upgrade's actually in a really good place. All he's going to really need is just the Colossus, because you really can't, without the Colossus, deal efficiently with Locusts. And we saw that earlier. Every Protoss that kind of decided to not give as much attention to the Colossus count, punished for it. The Protoss players that did go into the Colossus tech got the upgrades. They usually were pretty rewarded for it, a couple times traded even, but were pretty much rewarded for it either way. You guys are killing me, man. You guys are killing me. Okay, so we should be good now. I hope we're good. Sorry, I just decided to look at Twitch chat once again, which is anytime I look at Twitch chat now, I feel like that's a bad idea. EGHuK putting up the 4th base, more Swarm Hosts underway, +2 missiles about done, and that's actually very important as a Zerg player when you're playing with Locust to be able to make sure you get your Carapace and your missile upgrades. The missile upgrades are going to be very important to be able to dish out more damage, but now EGHuK coming in a little bit right now, going to be splitting up the Warp Prism harass between the 4th base and inside the main base. He's going to try to warp in another set. I don't think it's going to be smart to be able to warp in another set. Like, the roaches are pretty on top of it for Scarlet. We're just not, like I said, we're just not, you know, we're going to turn off the music, we're going to turn everything off. My thing is, like, when I make the VOD of this, I know the person that's watching the VOD is not going to understand what's going on. Like, the person that's watching the VOD is not going to understand what the hell is going on. He's just going to lose his mind watching this. Like, what the hell is this kid doing? Alright, +3 upgrades away for HUK. He's getting his charges, he's getting his Templar Archives right now, adding 3 additional gates. We take a look on Scarlet's side, beginning to spread the creep further and further, deeper along this, I want to say, well, vertical way towards her opponent. Does probably need to think about a 5th hatch, though, and also, this is a really good play by HUK, by the way, in terms of knowing that Storm Hosts are out on the map. Because Storm Hosts are very static units. They're very staticky type of units. They're just dish out free units. They send out the Locust. They're very immobile. So when you have the Warp Prism harass, you're asking for a lot when you have to send them back. So you need at least like a small pack like Scarlet's doing with the Roaches and Hydras to be able to chase them down. But meanwhile, over here on the left side of the map, we do have an attack coming up forward for HUK. He's trying to break on through, but already a lot of the Swarm Hosts are in position. He doesn't exactly have that Colossus number that I would like to see out of him. He's actually fighting. Uh-oh, I don't know what's happening right here. What is going on? HUK! Yeah. Oh, no. No! Misclicks. Well, still not the worst place to be for HUK. He's still fine, to be honest. Even though losing those couple of Colossus, he's going to be able to rebuild him, and as you can see, 2 more in production. Storm just about done. Now, if HUK is looking to make one major push and try to break through the Storm Host and the Locust, the Storms are really going to help him out along with the Colossus. You can see already the +3, oh, that's +2, hold on. +2 upgrades doing pretty well. With the Guardian Shield popped up, the Stalkers basically lived through it, soaked up quite a bit of damage. There we go, the +3 and the Storms finished up. Where are the additional Colossus? There they are, they're catching up. The thing for HUK is he's going to need a little bit more ground support as well, like more, he's going to need more Stalkers. Like, he's doing a wonderful job of just attempting to harass all over the place. And punish bases. You can see the Roaches and the Hydras are coming up again. Doing a good job of distracting. He needs more Stalkers within the base of his army. That way when he breaks on through Stormster, he has something to blink right on top of the Swarm Hosts. And then after that, I think he should be okay. But the thing is, he really does need to continue doing the War Prism. He really does need to continue the War Prism harass, and you just see right there, he just popped out 2 more War Prisms, because what the War Prism is doing for him is not only harassment and killing off workers and econ, but it's also distracting this little floating pack of units. And where is that unit pack at? There's like where's it at? There's a pack of Roaches and Hydras somewhere. I don't know where they're at. There they are. There's a little pack of Roaches and Hydras, and what they're for there, of course, is defend against the War Prism harass. But more importantly, we take a look and see they're part of that they're part of that support group for the Swarm Hosts. Like, I'm trying to word this properly, but they're part of the support group for the Swarm Hosts. They're going to be able to continue fighting once these Locusts fall apart. They're the units that are going to be able to continue fighting and building up a little bit more time and buying more time for more Locusts to come out. So as you saw right there, though, Scarlet has completely spined up, has put, I want to say, almost a near perfect spread of static defense up on her bases, but we're going to get tested up here at the top side of the map. We do have another War Prism for HUK coming on through. 5th hatch underway for Scarlet. Zealots and Zealots will get caught actually by Hydras and Roaches over here on the right side of the map. And oh, look at HUK! Sneaky! He finds a way inside the main base, and look at what's waiting for him inside the main base. He has got tech galore sitting here. There are Swarm Hosts, there are some Locusts standing in here, but if he starts just focusing down buildings, won't be too bad for him. Oh, almost takes the Hydras down. That actually would be really big because of the Hydra speed as well. HUK, meanwhile, utilizing this time while the Swarm Hosts are distracted to clear out the middle of the map, will clear out all of this creep, and that's actually really big because that takes away some of the map presence and as well movement potential for these Locusts. He does, of course, in fact, have to be careful because, you know, there are Vipers, so there is a potential of snagging some of these Colossus out of the game. And I really like this. This is exactly the next thing I was about to suggest. He's got the Fleet Beacon underway. I don't know why. I guess he's trying to break the meta. The double Fleet Beacon build? The double Cyber Core? Triple Cyber Core? What is EGHuK doing right now? Okay, wait, whoa, whoa. Okay, so he's going double Fleet Beacon, triple Cyber. Okay, you literally don't have 3 air upgrades. Unless, like, I'm starting to second question myself in my StarCraft knowledge. You don't have 3 air upgrades, so you don't need 3 Cyber Cores. You definitely don't need 2 Fleet Beacons. You only need 1 Fleet Beacon because I imagine he's going Fleet Beacon for the Tempest. He's not going to be going for carriers. He's not going to be going for Phoenixes. He doesn't need those. He doesn't have to deal... Oh, good snag right there. He doesn't have to deal with Mutas. 1 snag, 2 snag, 3 snag, 4, 5 snag. See a Colossus all over. Down you go. Well, that just happened. You can see EGHuK moving down. Spinecrawler's like, back off, back. A Spinecrawler is like the pitchfork of the Zerg army. Alright. Now over here on the right side, Scarlett, she manages to find her way over, kills off the 5th Nexus right now, and still, man, EGHuK in a little bit of trouble, I want to say. Losing that 5th Nexus, that was really important. He really needs to make sure to keep some more fresh resources and econ available for himself, especially if he plans to start producing Tempests in loads. But if Scarlett is very patient and starts setting up a wall, I don't know if you guys watched, oh, good storm drop. If you guys watched yesterday, Symbol versus... is it Trust? I think it was Trust. It was Symbol versus... oh no, it was Symbol versus Hush. Oh. A couple of these units get snagged away. Tempest, like... Tempest gets pulled ahead. It's like, what the... It was Symbol versus Trust, where Symbol basically put up a wall of mass Spore, Spines, Swarmhost, Queens, and Corruptors, and it made it very hard, especially once the Tempest switch came, to be able to actually get anything done, and everything just got snagged out of the way. Now these Vipers can't be hanging around too long. You don't want to give them up too soon just yet. You got to be very careful. You can't give them up. Muta's a little bit of a tech switch coming in from Scarlett. She's going to be clearing out this 3rd base right now. And this is actually a very important 3rd base to have. With no 5th base available, she really does need as much tech. I mean, EGHuK needs as much tech as he possibly can. And resources as well to be able to produce units. Especially, he's trying to go Colossus, he's trying to produce Phoenixes, he's trying to get the late stage upgrades as well. Now, Mutas, I think, at this point are going to die. I think she's okay with giving them up. She's trying to micro her way through. Maybe we'll get a Tempest along the way. Well, she might get a little bit more than that. But here come the Locusts. And the Locusts begin focusing down on the Nexus. Oh, not enough time. A little bit more focus right away, and she actually would have been able to take this 4th Nexus down as well. Just right now in EGHuK's scenario, he doesn't have a lot of workers, he doesn't have a lot of resources to really work with. He's practically bled out and sitting at 123 supply. These Phoenixes are coming up trying to do a little bit of damage, but now to follow up with mass Corruptors, especially with +2/+2 done, and now also +2 melee and +2 carapace. As long as this wall is getting set up, there we go. We were talking about that wall earlier. We were talking about that wall. That wall needs to get set up. There's no real efficient way without slow playing it with Tempest, because you're going to need something with a lot of range. You're going to need something to snipe down that wall. So, and then the problem is once you get near, once you get, oh, a couple Stormhouse going a little bit too deep. Once you get close enough with the Tempest, the problem is the Vipers are going to snag you out of the way. But Scarlett, she's just going to push her way through. She realizes that I think she can work her way and just actually clear out the rest of this Protoss army with the Corruptors alone. Tempest number 1 and 2 and 3 went down, 4 just falls, and also before 5 even gets a chance, Scarlett takes the game, and we're going to be going to game number 3.